I brought 300,000 to play the dice. But there are not many gambling tables in the dice. I still didn't find it after a circle. I turned around and saw a clear look like a blue wave. The arc of his mouth is perfect as crescent. Maybe this is the angel's smile. He drove away the haze of my life. There are not many real dealers in the casino. Either uncle or aunt. After all, wages are not high. The monthly salary of 15 Portuguese dollars in Macau may not be able to attract young people employment. In the past 2 years, the casino is not too prosperous. Can't give too high salary. It is not easy to meet a dealer who played a dice. In my imagination. Since you are playing the dice, this dealer must be in trouble. For example, put 3 dice in the clock and shake a few times. Open the lid and see 3 grain dice stacked together. But Beauty does not need such a stunt at all. I saw her press the switch button. The 3 dice in it will automatically vibrate. Then the automatic recognition function of the sensor will display the result on the electronic screen. The main task of Beauty is to send and receive chips. If the points of the 3 dice are added together, small or equal to 10. If the points are greater than equal to 11. Even if I hold 300,000 chips in my hand. Stand in front of the gambling table. Look at the electronic display. The points of the first few times. The heart is carefully, whether it is large or small. Look at the road and look at it. Sometimes I don't even want to do a big jump. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. Just put 50,000 chips in dolly. Buy off your hand. Beauty made a gesture. Said to stop bets. Then press the switch in the dice. After a while. See the points of the 3 dice. They are 3, 3, 6 respectively. The electronic screen shows the 12 major 50,000 changes to 100,000. At this time. Here is an uncle. Frowning. Think of thoughtful look. Together with the display. The record of the first few points. Seems to know the way of dice. I think maybe I met a high person. Follow him bet. Sure enough, I won twice in a row. The number of chips in my hand has changed from 300,000 to 450,000. Look. This uncle does have the skill of the magical calculation of the magic machine. After experiencing 3 consecutive victories, I want to chase by victory. Like my dad as a business, bigger and stronger. Looking at the first few times on the display is big. What should be good? I am not in my heart. Uncle's mood may be very embarrassed. Maybe he was thinking. Now that there have been several times in a row. It should also be small once, right? No gambling. The scripture said to follow the trend. This situation shows that the dragon looks up. The next time will be a big thinking. Once. The uncle pressed all the chips to the big. I am not so ruthless. I just put the winner of 150,000. After a stare. I glanced widely. It is 3 or 3 decades small. All chips have been retracted by the dealer back. Fortunately. Uncle's desperate sloppy sleeves. That is Macau praying. Sometimes lost. Sometimes it can make you smile proudly. You can also let you flow away. Blessing. It is a scourge. Unknown. Yes. This time is 150,000. It's still impossible to affect my fighting. One way or another. 1.8 million chips are still there. I hope the Buddha blesses it. I feel that playing dice is not much meaningful. On the gambling table next door of the dice game. A group of people are playing. Although the wheel disc is not a beauty. But also face and good. Is an experienced old dealer. A middle-aged man in order to get the door to open the door. I put 20,000 at the door. 20,000 in the small door. This chance will increase to 2/3. Everyone who bets the wheel disc knows. 12 is a small door. 13. 20-4 is the middle door. 20-5. 30-6 is the door. Buy off your hand. The dealer holds a bead to move the turntable. Put the beads on the turntable and turn. Let's wait for the decision of fate. Isn't it just a gambling rate? There is no God-demon road at all. Everything is random. Everything is the arrangement of heaven. Sometimes more than 20 reds in a row. Sometimes it jumps more than a dozen consecutive times. I can't figure it out at all. Sometimes this is like buying a lottery ticket. When you are lucky. Buy a few. When you are lucky. Siege. It turned out to be a middle door and 40,000 water drifting. Others have not bought them one after another. I don't rush to bet. Ask the uncle with an open mind. As a man of the sky. Please introduce the uncle from the perspective of a man. It is good to say that we have a good Macau bar in the New World. There are the ultimate dazzling Kabali song and dance show. This is a kind of dance performance called Forbidden Skills. Genius-like singer and dancer exposed. In the ambiguous atmosphere of the nightclub. We'll stage a live-colored visual feast. And the water dance room of our new world. 20-6 feet deep pool. Smart lifting table. And carefully arranged stage background. Enough to make people shock. More than 80 acrobatics actors. Dive gymnast. Hanging cheerchien and motorcycle stunts performers. Dazzling action with high difficulty in the scene. Will make the audience here nervous and restless. And can't stop. It turned out to be so long in Xintiandi. I don't know there is such a fun place. I pressed 50,000 chips on red. This one wins the bar and walks up. Uncle's 2 hands. Sign. Stop bet. Although only I bet. But this is a standard action. It's also for the camera to see it. Rotation. Small balls also started to rotate. God bless my visual feast. Get coming soon. Ball of the ball. Fall in the black area. Then it slipped into the red number. I almost scared my little heart. Be dead. Generally speaking, I earned 10,000 yuan. Reached to the bar to see the side and wait for Li Chang to come over. Let's go to the bar in the mouth of the Baijia Divine Officer of Bosha in the high area. The second floor I want to have heard of the bar with Asia for the first time. Really ignorant. It's not interesting to a person alone. So go to the door of the casino to find someone. Accompany me. Since the government swept away the world of the landscape men on the first floor of Putin, there was one less color, but this thing could not be eliminated. The scenery outside the casino still grows like spring grass, and she can be seen everywhere outside the casino. Their figures are impeccable. At the door of the shiny light of the new Tiandi, there is a roll like a Russian girl. The beauty holds her backpack. The figure and appearance make me poor, and the temperament is good. It seems that I have read a lot of books. Come on. When I saw me take the initiative, I was a little embarrassed. Her face was stained with a layer of blushing, a bit of messy blonde hair, which was a little charming. Her Lu-mate stretched a pair of big eyes seemed to speak, and the seductive cherry's mouth was gently pursed. Such a beautiful girl should marry a giant, or be a film and television star. It is a pity to stand here and wind and rain. I can't help but have a little fragrant. The beauty said that she was called Xiao Man, and Xiao Man looked like a Russian, but she looked at it carefully. She felt a bit like Yang Ying. It's a pity not to be an actor without being an actor. It is a pity that it is doubtful whether it is overly tolerant, and it is no wonder that our men want to make money desperately. Who doesn't like such stunners? So a beautiful woman does not know why it has fallen here. Think about it, what's the matter with me? I thought I wanted to buy a ticket. I thought of congratulatory tickets for the new world. We found a place to sit down and carelessly, and asked for 2 glasses of vodka with lemon, looking around, like it in the past, habitually looking around. At this time, I was attracted by a beautiful woman not far away. She was in her 10-year-old, wearing a black skirt with a charming face and a good figure. With a movement in my heart, I couldn't help it. I immediately picked up the wine glass and walked towards the beauty. I came to the beauty and greeted with a smile. The beauty turned to look at me, and Liwa smiled and said, "Do you want to soak me?" I stunned and met such a direct woman for the first time. No one has to waste anyone in this fast-paced society. Single knife is good to everyone. I'm just a bit uncomfortable. Maybe this is the difference between Macau and the mainland, East and Western culture. Unfortunately, Li Chang hadn't arrived yet, or let this beauty get the wind and wash her. I smiled politely back to my seat and enjoyed this excitement with Xiao Man. Here is extraordinary, and the style is full of science fiction. With the sound of heavy metal music, men and women in the dance floor swayed wildly. It is said that in Macau, Payak has been known as the most popular party hotspot in China, Hong Kong and Macau, and is indeed the first club in Macau with entertainment themes and music. Consumption is not expensive, but it is the most luxurious enjoyment. I forgot that I was a gambler and forgot to return. Xiaoman was also very high, pulling me to dance and carnival, as if to vent all negative emotions, and brought me back to Qingxian's first love time. Tired, I found that Xiao Man had burst into tears when he returned to his seat. He must think of the past. As a mainland woman who came to make a living in Macau, there must be a story and a story. I suddenly remembered the English teacher I like, beautiful and pure, elegant and stylish swords playing outside, nothing more than playing at the scene. Some people only accompany you for one night, but some will accompany you for a lifetime. In fact, most women who drink alcohol do not really like to drink, but enjoy the state after drinking, more relaxed and bolder. The truth that can't be vomited on weekdays, the unspeakable distress can be expressed through wine. On the surface, there are often some pasts that do not want to face, and some unspeakable obsession. Some people say that I love you by wine, and some people say wildly by wine. Some people can relieve restlessness, and some people can solve their loneliness. Girls who love drinking, I think there are some unforgettable stories. Back at the hotel, Xiao Man was so drunk. I put her on the bed and prepared to take a bath. She hugged me desperately and said, "Xian, don't go, you know I love you, please leave me, do everything for you and I can do anything." Discarded, deceived this ignorant girl named Xiao Man. When he was in love, Xian took Xiao Man to go to soak, so he criticized Xiao Man to touch the scene. What kind of love in the world is called life and death? Xiao Man regarded me as Xian. I took a bath and everything was ready, and Xiao Man fell asleep. I was a little sleepy, and sleep well. After the hotel was pulled on the curtains, there was no night and daytime, just like being in a casino. As soon as I woke up at 10 a.m., Xiao Man was awakened by me. Take a bath and prepare to compensate for the fault last night. At this time, Li Cheng's phone came, saying that it was too late last night. I didn't call me, and asked me to have breakfast together.